Welcome to The Art of Being Safe with Cherie and Roselia. This is a show where we explore what it truly means to feel safe enough to create, think, and evolve. Because safety isn't just about protection, it's about permission. The permission we give ourselves in all areas of our lives. Permission to imagine, to rebuild, to detox what no longer serves us. I'm Roselia Bañuelos, co-founder of Creatopia Inc. At Creatopia, we are centered on exploring the relationship between safety, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, and creativity. We know that without safety, our brain is not capable of creating original thoughts. And with a decade of experience as a mental health practitioner, I've been able to navigate safety and its experience in many ways, and now I'm happy to apply it every day through my own business and the technology we're developing. And I'm with
Cherie. Hey, everybody. I am the founder of the Wellness Trifecta, a framework rooted in self-development, clean choices, and daily habits. After 36 years of my own wellness journey through body, mind, soul, and the environment, and holistically overcoming chronic ulcerative colitis, PTSD, thyroid issues, I guide others to question the wellness industry, trust themselves again, and build sustainable health from the inside out, one choice at a time. Together, we're unpacking how the environment we live in, the thoughts we carry, and the systems that we move through shape the lives we are able to design. This content is information and educational purposes only. It is not intended to provide medical advice. Let's get into it.
That's our official disclaimer.
Yes.
So today we're going to be talking about hair. Why, Cherie? Why should we talk about hair? Do you might have some experience in this field?
I have a little experience, 38 years professionally as being a hairdresser and being in the wellness industry. Hair, scalp, skin, these are all reflections of things that are going on inside of us as well. So if there's something going on with your head, whether it's shedding, breaking, dullness, whatever, it's usually an indicator of something else internally going on as well.
Right.
And yes, products do play a role in that. However, there's usually some underlying things that are going on as well.
Probably starts at the gut, right? I'm not a medical professional.
There's so many places it starts.
This is my own.
So many places
hypothesis.
it starts. Yeah. Yes.
So tell us what you've seen in these 38 years. Have you been mostly in Houston? Where did you start?
I actually started cutting hair in 8th grade.
Wow.
My dad had asked me to cut his hair, and then the neighbor kids started asking me, so I started like $5 for a haircut. And then when I got into high school, I could take cosmetology school as your senior, junior year for your electives. And so I did that. So when I got out of high school, I was late in school because of my birthday. So I graduated when I was 17. Just turned 18, got my state board license, and started doing hair professionally. So I've been professionally doing hair 38 years.
Nice.
But I love all of the aspects of it as well. I did modeling when I was like 8th grade for multiple years, and I did dance. So I love the skin, hair, I love all the aspects of all of that stuff as well. Yes, yes, yes.
Cool, that's fun.
So
what have you seen? What have you witnessed?
There's definitely a lot of hair loss stuff going on, and I find that with my clients, there's a lot of people that are around my age. So there's perimenopausal, menopausal things going on. So there's a lot of hair issues going on. But then there's also the toxins that are going on, right? Toxins that are in our house that are affecting our health as well.
And in our water, oh my gosh.
In our water, in food, in like all of these other aspects, right? So it's literally like when someone's hair is falling out or they're having hair issues, it's like really like looking at the whole package instead of just saying, oh, take this vitamin or take this whatever.
Right.
But
or this shot. Like my brother has eczema, and like they're just like, you just have to do this shot once a year or once like every 2 years or something.
Does that help?
Yes, but then it always comes back. The psoriasis is psoriasis or eczema?
So he's not healing.
No.
They're treating the symptom.
Right.
Right. So I don't really know what the underlying cause. I mean, like, I'm sure that there's multiple underlying causes of this. I'm not really sure what that is.
Which is what a lot of pills do, right? Which a lot of medications, sorry for interrupting.
Right.
but just double click on that real quick, because I
Yes.
think that's huge. Of like, you're just putting on band-aids.
Correct.
Over band-aids, and then you're like, oh my god, and then I have this other symptom that comes up, and then you have to band-aid that, and it's just like a bunch of band-aids,
Right.
and you're like, did I take all my pills?
Right, and then the
I
flip
hate
side
taking
of that
pills,
is
like, I
there's
can't.
a lot of times when I've taken medications, then there's side effects from that as well.
Yeah.
So then you've got to figure out what's going
Right.
on. And some things are more of a struggle to get things resolved than other things, right? But and I'm not saying not to get on medication, because I have gotten on medication, and I'm currently on a few that I just currently got on that is a little controversial. But,
Okay.
and
Noted.
however, there are things too to figure out like what the deeper root cause is. So even though I got a medication when I had ulcerative colitis, I knew that there had to have been something that I could heal myself around this. And so it really took a whole lifestyle change of removing toxins, eliminating foods that were triggering me. Stress will show up on your hair, on your skin, how you're sleeping, how you're taking care of yourself.
That's so true.
Which I believe that was my root cause of high intense PTSD stress that led to the ulcerative colitis, which ultimately led to me having a thyroid issue, which ulcerative colitis, there was side effects from that medication that was showing up on my hair. And then
What was your hair doing?
I was so I had already had my thyroid straightened out with medication at that time. This is 20 something years ago. And so thyroid can make you have like where your hair's really, really brittle. Like when I'm picking someone's hair up to cut their hair, and it's like, it's thick, and then all of a sudden there's like this huge breakage line up here. It can make your hair really brittle. And I mean, there's other things that can make your hair brittle as well, but the thyroid is one of those. So I had got my thyroid straightened out, didn't have any brittle issues, and then I started having brittle issues. Well, then I was talking to someone else who had been on this medication for ulcerative colitis before, and they were like, yeah, well, I don't take it because it makes your hair fall out. And it just clicked. I was like, it's making my hair break. And so, like
Wow.
putting that together, right? But it's,
Yeah.
so hair can be just a symptom of something deeper going on. So it could be, getting blood work done to find out if you're low in D, zinc. Some people just start taking D, or they just start taking certain medications, and some vitamin, I say medication, it's not medication, but it's an herbal supplement. However, vitamin D, thyroid, melatonin, all those things are actually hormones in your body as well. So if you're overtaking some of these, like vitamin C, you can overtake and it flushes out of your body, right? Not a big deal. But there's other vitamins that you take that they don't. And then you can have other issues because you're taking something that your body doesn't really need. And so it's getting too much of that as well. So there's like undertaking where your body might need vitamin D, but then there's overtaking that as well that could have other consequences. So I say blood work. And if you go in for hair issues, to make sure that your
In your right
So
to see where you're at, right?
Yeah, so it's like
to see
iron,
where you're
vitamin D,
yeah.
B12, zinc. Those are all like things that need to be checked for in those. And it's interesting because like for me, my B12 is high, and I don't even know why my B12 is high because I don't take B12. So like when I get my blood work done, they're like, if you're taking B12, stop. And I'm like, I'm not taking B12. I'm not sure why my B12 is high. But there are certain supplements that you don't want to overtake.
Right.
As well. So
Right.
there's things also that can show up on your hair. Stress, I already said that. Hormones, illness, high fever. If you have a surgery and you go under anesthesia, that can show up on your hair. Pregnancy, that can show up on your
definitely
hair.
pregnancy.
Yeah, I've had 2 points in my life where I've like did the overshedding. One was when I was going through my divorce. My hair was coming out in handfuls. And then
The
the other
stress.
one, which was stress related. And then the other one was after I delivered my first daughter. And I don't know if this is scientifically backed, this is hairdresser backed by me doing hair for 38 years, is that it's when you're pregnant and you're taking, and this, it can happen to you, it cannot happen to you, but when you're pregnant, if you're like, oh my God, my hair is so great and it feels so thick and it's, all of these things, well, after about 3 months of getting from having a baby or stopping breastfeeding, you can have that heavy shed then. And so with my first daughter, I did that.
Yeah.
And then I got pregnant again, had my daughters a year
Your
apart.
hormones are nuts.
Nuts. And then it was like I had 2 different haircuts because my hair was like
Yeah.
really long and it was straight then. My hair went more wavy after I had my daughters.
Oh, interesting.
But I would pull my hair up because my hair was like really long, and it looked like I had two different haircuts because all of that hair was growing.
Wow.
So yes, there's different reasons that you can
Right.
shed, and there's different things that are more of a natural thing that your hair will recover from, and then there's other things that you really need to like manage, like what's going on inside of you to get your hair back healthy again.
What have you seen? Well, first of all, shout out to El Bueno on my Instagram, on Mama Chula's Instagram. He says that hair is an extension of our nervous system,
Yes.
and that's so true. And like I love like remembering indigenous culture and how they've talked about this, like all these things that we're like coming back to, but they like that's why they keep their hair long, right? Through so many cultures all over the world, like they've done that. So yes, so true.
Yes, for sure.
And so tell us just like a summary of what you've heard in terms of why people are losing their hair besides stress.
Well, the big current one is the GLP-1s. So it's the rapid weight loss that's happening. And from what I have started researching per some of my clients going through this is you need a lot of protein. I am not an expert. I am just saying this out of my own thought, but it's like if you can maybe not lose weight so rapidly, but it's also as you're losing the weight, and I've talked to people that have started taking these medications, that a lot of the doctors aren't telling people how they need to eat and take care of themselves. But apparently it's high protein. And it's, you know, maybe some of the stuff that you were eating before to try to not eat some of the junk food or different things, and try to like really switch to a healthier diet. But from what I've understood, it's a lot more protein that is needed.
You go back to
because
lifestyle.
if you're not, and you're still maybe eating in old habits and there's not really a nutritionist, in what I'm noticing, it almost seems like there's a malnutrition that's happening as well. So it's like the rapid weight loss, but then like maybe a malnutrition as well. So yeah, the GLP-1s, and then there are supplements out there that they are saying that help with them. And just because one supplement is good for maybe GLP-1, that doesn't mean it's necessarily good for your hormones, or that doesn't, you know what I mean? So it's like really figuring out like why it's happening,
Right.
and then figure out what it is that your body needs. And again, I would go get the blood work done on the specific vitamin levels that contribute to hair loss as well, to make sure that those are in line with what you're needing.
Yeah. I want to do some quick stats. This was Googled, I confess, but I just want to read through it. Recent U.S. data shows that hair loss affects roughly 80 million Americans, about 50 million men, and 30 million women. While 2/3 of American men show noticeable thinning by age 35, recent consumer and clinical surveys highlight that women now comprise roughly 40% of all hair loss sufferers and are seeking treatment earlier than before. The total impacted population includes roughly 50 million men and 30 million women. Yeah. Alopecia impacts nearly 7 million individuals in the U.S. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that is?
Alopecia is where you lose a condensed amount of hair in a specific spot. So it's like you almost start getting holes in your head. It is like basically holes. And it is, I mean, it's smooth. Like there is zero hair there. Like if there's an alopecia spot, your hairdresser or your dermatologist is going to notice that. And if it's on top or something, obviously you're going to see it, but if it's something that's happening in the back of your head, you may not notice it. And from what I have seen, again, 38 years in the industry, is that it's when someone's going through a very, very stressful time that this can happen. And there's probably other reasons as well,
Right.
but that's what I have seen.
What do people usually blame it on, or what are you see? So do you see both men and women equally, or are you seeing a lot more women just that you've had over the years as clients?
I don't do a lot of men anymore,
Okay.
but I have had a male client. I have had a male client in the past that when he had experienced some very high stressful things, and it had happened twice, 2 different times. It had happened like in the back right here, and it was just like that whole back section was just like gone. And if you don't treat it, I've seen people, not my clients, but I have seen people who are like, I'm just going to let it go naturally and let my body heal naturally by itself. You could end up almost bald.
Yeah.
And it's not a bald like you've shaved your head. It's like a bald like the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like there's nothing there.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
What do people usually blame it on?
That's a good question because with my clients, I mean, we have very honest conversations. And so it's like, have you been stressed out? Or like, you know what I mean? And I'm sure that there's probably another series of questions, but again, my experience has been with these specific people has been that there's been an intense stress thing that happened that just triggered it. And just because
Are they aware of that? Are they aware that that stress is impacting their hair
they are
loss?
when we talk about it.
Yeah. What do they usually think it is? Like, do they from the beginning think it's that, or do they like, oh, maybe it's this product that I started using, or I don't know, the weather? I don't know what people blame it on.
Well,
Depends
the
on, like,
one
is there
female
other
client
stuff?
that this had happened with, she didn't even know it was there because it was in the back of her head.
Oh, wow.
So I had brought it to her attention. So, and then it was I was like, okay, so this is happening right here. I always take pictures. I don't erase clients' like text until like maybe they leave or something, and then I'll like delete their text. But I keep that as like my record as well. So like I take pictures, they send it to the dermatologist. I mean, I do that for anything I see funny on their scalp. I take pictures and it's in the text. And so there's always like that reference to go back to if they need to, or go to the when they go to the dermatologist.
Right.
Yes, but in the other client, the first time, I don't remember, this was a long time ago. I don't remember if he knew or not, but the second time it happened, he had come in and said, okay, so I was really stressed out about this. And he was like, I know it's there because he could, you know, with shorter hair, you could see it more than somebody with long hair that's not turning around dividing their hair and looking at their scalp.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit deeper about hormones and what's happening, just in terms of why people are like that's stress, right? Like I think I've heard you say
Well, hormones, you've got
a lot of
estrogen,
different stories
progesterone,
about stress
and testosterone. So yes, stress is like is a different thing, but then hormones is a different thing as well.
Right.
So there's
I mean,
estrogen,
I'm
progesterone,
learning. I
and
say
testosterone.
right, like I know what I'm talking about, but
It just like makes
yes,
sense.
of course, Cherie.
Yeah, yeah. So testosterone tends to be the driving factor on hair loss, i.e.,
Okay.
women or men.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So overproduction, underproduction, there's different issues that can happen with that as well.
Okay.
But yes, hormones can play a huge role, and men are going to see the hair loss, but women are going to see the dullness. I can't style my hair like I used to. It's lifeless. I had a client that I did for years, and she was going through the change, and it was like it was like her hair like drank hairspray. Like I would fix her hair, tease her hair, spray her hair, dry it, spray it again. She'd change, I'd spray it again, and she'd walk outside and her hair would just like fall. I mean, it was just like, I'm sorry, I don't even know what we can do about
Wait, what
this.
is the change?
Perimenopause, hormone change. Even younger women who
Yeah.
aren't necessarily perimenopausal or menopause, they can still have hormonal change to their hair because your hormones can still be off because of environmental toxins, products that you're putting on. I mean, there are shampoos, even in the professional world, there are shampoos that still have formaldehyde in it.
Right.
So that is, besides the fact of how toxic it is,
Isn't
it also can
formaldehyde
make
and other like? What else is formaldehyde in?
I mean, it can be in color, it can be in products, it can be in, I know that there's like a host of other things that formaldehyde can be in. Embalming fluid. Well, I don't think we use that on a daily, but that's.
And what is it known to do? Formaldehyde.
Well, cancer can cause cancer. Obviously, anything we put on our body gets absorbed into our bloodstream. So who knows what havoc that's wrecking inside of our bodies as well. And then, I mean, it can make
Is
your
it
hair fall out.
petroleum based? Is it?
You know, that's a good
check.
question.
I need to check it.
That's a good question. I would just off
I
the
wouldn't
cuff
be
say
surprised.
yes.
Right.
But I would have to check that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So I mean, and all that we know that affects our hormones, right? Like whatever we put inside and outside of our body.
Yeah, I kind of want to touch on too the difference between this is a conversation that I've had with my clients multiple times. The difference between shedding, thinning, and hair loss. So we do go through periods where we may shed, you know, like a 7-year cycle where you may shed a little bit more, kind of have a heavier shed. Now we shed daily. Just because it's the nature of hair, skin, eyelashes, eyebrows, all of that. Like we're constantly, like our body is constantly like reinventing or
Right. I think like every 7 years we're like completely
every 7 years we're supposed to have a
new
heavier shed. Now, for me, when
person.
somebody comes in and they are losing their hair, I mean, one, you're going to notice it getting thinner, but the other is that you're going to see, like, for me, it's like after I shampoo somebody and I brush their hair out, and then we're getting into the cut part, and I'm cutting their hair, and I can still see hair just like falling on the floor. And that is when I get a little nervous for my client, and we have to have the conversation that they're actually losing their hair. And then the other thing that you could be also have hair breakage is if you wear your ponytails too tight. If you sleep with your hair in a ponytail or up in a bun or anything like that, because you're constantly rubbing and doing that. And just by naturally pulling your hair back a lot, you can have like the little shorter hairs coming out underneath or whatever just from pulling it up. But the big thing is wearing your hair pulled back too tight, sleeping with your hair pulled up, which you should not do. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Anything else on that? Anything else on shedding and losing hair? Do people get scared? Do you have people that are like scared that they think they're losing their hair?
Yes. And one thing too, because technically you really shouldn't shampoo your hair every day.
Right.
I think back in the, like when I was in my younger generation, in the 80s or whatever, it was like this whole shampoo your hair all the time. It was like, this was like a thing. I think it was like a gimmicky thing because we just had come out of the trend of when older women were getting a wet set, getting put under the dryer, and then they only got their hair done once a week. So they weren't even having shampoo and conditioner at home. And then it was like this huge shift into, we need to make more money off of our products. This is again what I'm making up. We need to make more money off our products, and now we're going to start marketing to people about, you know, Agree shampoo and like, you know, you smelling like that every day. Like you knew what kind of shampoo people were using because of like how they smelled at school or whatever. And but that was like a big marketing ploy, in my opinion, to get people to start shampooing their hair every day, and so that you would smell like their product every day, almost like wearing a perfume, but it's not a perfume.
Right.
And that is also not good for you. Your natural oils are really good for conditioning your own hair as well. If you start going every other day, every third day on shampooing your hair, when you do shampoo your hair, you are going to see more of a shed. So that could be where people think they're, you know, when they start pushing their days out, they're like, well, when I do brush my hair, then I have more hair shed. And I'm like, well, you're going to have more hair shed then because it's kind of stuck in there. Even if you're brushing your hair every day, it's still kind of stuck in there. So that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wash it how many times during the week?
I would say it depends on your hair. If you have really greasy hair, I would say like every other. And if you don't, you could go 3 or 4 days. If you have more acne prone skin, you probably want to go every other day. If you have drier hair or scalp, actually, you may want to extend it out a little bit more just because your hair is not going to get too dirty. So, and if you do activities, like I have clients as well, they work out every single day and they're like, I'm sweaty. I feel like I need to shampoo my hair, you know, every day. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Day 1, you shampoo, you use a deep conditioner. Day 2, after you work out, you shampoo. I mean, you don't shampoo. You just rinse your hair really well, put a little bit of conditioner on your ends, rinse that out, and then, so you're skipping every other day, but you can still get that blow dry in the second day if you want to by just rinsing and doing a little bit of conditioner on your ends, because those natural oils, again, are really good for your hair.
Yeah.
And then if you have a greasier scalp or something like that, I mean, you kind of want to be careful too, because you don't want to clog up the pores on your scalp and then create more breakout along your hairline or something like that.
Yeah, talk more about the scalp.
Scalp health is very important. There's things that, again, not washing your hair too much, washing your hair too much, dry shampoos. There are certain things that using products that are not maybe the best products can also clog your pores as well on your scalp, or just like start putting buildup on there, which can start to create scalp issues as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are like things that you notice that you're like, I don't know, like this might be an issue, like, I don't know, just like signs, like how do you know it's a birthmark or like something that needs to be checked? How do you like, how are those conversations like with, for you, with people?
Like if
when
there's
you
something
bring
going
things up?
on like that they need to know about on their scalp. Again, I take pictures. I like to keep the data on it. I like them to have that to take, like if it's like, you know, I would use this the next time you go to the dermatologist for sure.
Yeah.
You know, if it's something like dry skin or dry scalp or dandruff, which is a fungus, you know, something with tea tree in it is really good for that because it's a natural antiseptic. If it's a suspicious thing, then I definitely recommend that they go take that to the dermatologist when they go
Has
next
anybody
time.
found anything?
Yes.
Like what?
Precancerous things, the alopecia. Um, Usually those are, I mean, probably the biggest thing is like something that's precancerous or, um, yeah.
Okay.
The dry scalp seems to be able to get cleared up quite a bit easier with like a shampoo product or something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go into that. Let's go into, so shampoos, there is one that you're an affiliate to,
Yes.
InnerSense?
InnerSense, I had been using a line for the last 6, 7 years, and I don't want to say the line. I don't want to ever say a line that is a small company. If it's a corporation, I don't care as much. But if it's a small company, I don't want to like out them and say something that would hurt their product. But what I want to do is support the products that are small, that are doing it the way that I feel like is worth my money, worth my time, and worth your money and your time
Right.
and all of that.
Right.
So last year I went down a severe rabbit hole. The line that I was using, which was an Italian line, had all the certifications, looked amazing, and in the amber glass bottles, the right bottles, like the whole shebang, and was marketed as a clean line. And so I've been using that line, the hair and skin line, in my business. And as they were leaving the distributor that I was using, and it was only a distributor in the United States that carried them, that I started like looking into other products. And I'm like, okay, well, what do I want to carry? Because I wanted to be very intentional about what I was bringing in. And so I started like really going down the rabbit hole, and it had, I mean, it was like a whirlwind of finding out what like the actual clean brands mean at Sephora, and just all of these different, like what apps are good, what apps are bad. Like it was just like this whole rabbit
I
hole that I
know.
went down.
Once you start down the rabbit hole, you just
And I can't
cannot.
stop. I mean,
Right.
like
Right.
I'm just like in it.
Yeah.
And so I had tried like a lot of skin cares, and I tried a lot of hair cares, and some of them were very like 100% clean, maybe in a plastic bottle, or not 100% clean, but they were in a glass bottle, or they were like all of these different things, right? And the product that I ended up landing on was InnerSense, which is a professional line. And I tried even products that weren't professional, and I ended up again landing on InnerSense.
I like the name.
Yeah.
InnerSense.
And it is a professional line. They've got tons of education and classes, which I really like that as well. And their shampoos are 100% clean in the apps that I use. I love the Clearia app, which is a European app. It's a little bit, it's free, and it's a little bit more work. You've got to like put in the product, take a picture of the product, put the product in, put like, you've kind of, it's a 3 steps thing to get to like where they like tell you what the toxins or non-toxins in the product are. And it doesn't always get all of the ingredients as well. And then there's a Houston-based app that I use, and you do pay for this app, and it is a great app. And maybe one day we can have her on our show.
Ooh,
But
that'd be fun.
that's called Link Dolly. And so that is a great app. And I have all of this. I have affiliate links to all of this as well on my website under Clean, Shop Clean. So this is all there under hair.
What's your website again?
It's Sheree Marie.
.com.
Yes, .com. Thank you. And so, yes, but the InnerSense, so their shampoos 100% clean. Their conditioners have and this is my thing, I am transparent. I'm not going to tell you that something is 100% clean and if it's not 100% clean. That's just not my thing. I don't want to be one of those people that is on here saying this is all non-toxic and then like I'm like going and researching it and finding out that I'm like it's actually not. I mean it's low, but it's not non.
Right.
But non is the coined word too, right?
Yeah.
So this line is very, very clean. Some of their products are non, and some of their products are maybe like one. And it's not what I consider a red, which is where there's already lawsuits against this ingredient, and that it's already proven to, I don't know, cause cancer or make your hair fall out or something like that. Like there's none of those ingredients in these products, right?
That's crazy.
And it's, I mean, very, very, I would call it very low to non-toxic line. And
so what's in Inner Sense that you do like?
I really love all of their products, except I'm not in love with their hairspray. So I am on a hairspray hunt for very low to non-toxic hairspray that works. Everyth's got to work.
It's a new video
I'm
game.
professional, so
I'm
it's
making
all
all
got to
sorts
work.
of video games these days. That'd be a great video game.
So, I mean, I love all their products. It depends on what's going on with your hair to what products are going to work best for you.
Right.
So, yeah.
No, but like, what's it made out of? Inner Sense, the actual parts.
That's a great question. There's a lot of like really yummy ingredients in there. I didn't go into, do you know what I mean? What was in it, what wasn't.
Okay, cool.
I do affiliate with another line that's called Curl State. That is, they have like the copper peptides in it. There's 4 products and it's for curly hair.
Oh.
And so that's a different brand. However, I like it because it has the copper peptides in it and it has like shea butter and different things as well. And the copper peptides is great for anti-aging. It actually supports hair loss and it's a great product. So I haven't per se gone down the rabbit hole, even though I have researched every single ingredient and product that Inner Sense has.
Okay.
So that I am aware of that, but I wasn't
That's good. I just
paying as close to which ones had the shea butter and which ones had because it's a whole line.
Oh, okay.
It's a line
So
that's been
which
around for a
ones do
long
you
time.
use? The shampoo. What do you like have them at your shop? Do you? Because
I have them in my shop,
right?
but I have affiliate links as well on my page. So if anybody
okay.
is interested in the hair care or the skin care, which is a different line, that's all on my my website through my clean shop.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's 12:34. We were trying to keep this at 27 minutes straight.
Nice. Nice.
But let's go through this. I want to do the rapid fire. You just have to say true or false.
True or false? Okay.
Or it depends, I guess. You can say it depends as well.
Okay.
I'm just going to go down them and then you reply. Ready?
Yes.
Don't wash your hair every day.
Depends.
You can train an oily scalp.
Yes, and.
Cutting your hair makes it grow faster.
Yes, and.
Biotin makes hair grow.
Yes.
Dry shampoo.
And you can overtake biotin. I'm going to put that out there.
Does it go crazy? What happens? Never mind. That's a follow-up for later. Let's finish.
Okay.
Dry shampoo is basically shampoo.
No.
Natural products are safer.
Yes. Yes, and.
Salon products are always better.
Yes, and.
Air drying is healthier.
Yes.
Everyone should oil their scalp.
No.
Dandruff means dry scalp.
2 different things.
Hair growth shampoo can stop hair loss.
No.
Okay.
Perfect.
And in your 38 years behind the hair chair, is there one thing you want women to understand about their hair? And if so, what is it?
That if something's going on with your hair, that it's more than likely a message that there's something else going on inside.
Right.
So.
What is it? The branches reflect the root?
Yeah.
If
So our
you're-
camera guy is, I don't know if he's doing this because he's slightly a little shiny up here, but
well, we're done for today. Let's finish with that. Shout out to our sponsors, the Innovation Hub, 801 Travis, and Iron Grove. Shout out to our camera peoples. Shout out to anybody that watched online, anybody that rewatches this, and shout out to Cherie. Do you want to shout out to anybody?
shout out to you and to everyone who has chimed in and been a part of our live today. We will be posting these in other places as well. I'll have the full video on my YouTube, which is all my socials are It's Cherie Marie, and then there'll be shorts coming out as well around this. And
Right. We're also on Creatopia Inc. YouTube and Instagram. We also have the full links there and other full links of other shows.
perfect.
See you next week
Bye.
Monday at noon.